Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're talking about a new ColourPop collection. This is another new Disney collaboration, and this time it's a Winnie the Pooh collection. I cannot get over how cute this collection is, but before I get distracted by the cuteness, let me give you some of the details. This collection is launching on Thursday, April 21st at 10 a.m. That is the Pacific time zone, so make sure you check your time zones. I have a feeling there's going to be a little bit of a clamor for this particular collection. I'm not sure if or when this will arrive at Ulta. I have a feeling it will. Most of the collaborations, especially the Disney collaborations, have popped up at Ulta eventually, but I haven't seen any hard and fast confirmation on that yet. I do think that codes will work on this collection, so if you are so inclined, you can use my affiliate code. It's just my first name, Amanda, and that will save you 10% on most things on the ColourPop site. My best guess is that the full collection set for this Winnie the Pooh release should be around that $90 to $100 mark. They may also do like a PR kit type of release. If you decide to go with the full collection set, just keep an eye on your cart total if you use a code, because sometimes the codes actually make the price of the full collection sets go up. And as much as I appreciate it when you use my affiliate code, I want to make sure you're getting the best possible value for your purchase, so just keep an eye on that. This collection isn't insanely large, but there are a lot of pieces here. I want to give you as much in-depth info as I can. I do have quite a few comparisons in this video, so let's get started first with, spoiler alert, my absolute favorite thing from this collection, and that is the lip scrub and lip mask duo. This should be priced at $16 US, and this is the absolute most adorable thing. Now, the outer packaging is very, very cute across the board. We have all of this warm, honey, cuddly yellow with the very, very cute Winnie the Pooh illustrations, but this is by far the cutest thing in the collection because the lip mask and lip scrub come in these little honey pots that look just like Pooh's honey pot on the front of the packaging here. So when you open up, they are stacked one on top of the other. And if you see in the corner there are these little wands. They're made to look like little honey dippers, and then the actual products come in these little honey pots. This has got to be the most adorable branding I have ever seen in my life. So this is the Hungry Bear lip scrub, and then the other one, they look exactly the same. The little honey pots are identical, but this one, when you flip it over on the bottom, you can see that this is the Yum 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 lip mask. And then just look at these little honey dipper little applicators. They are so cute. These are plastic, so you don't have to be scared if you drop them. They're not gonna shatter like glass. When you screw off the top, you can see, I'm sorry, I am just beside myself with how cute this is. These both smell very, very intensely of honey. I'm a huge, huge fan of the Fourth Ray lip masks. I'm about to use up, I don't know, my second or third whole full size. I love them, especially after I do lip swatch videos. The lip mask just saves my lips. The lip scrub is pretty good too. It's just not something that I have really frequently used as much, but this lip mask smells amazing. It is a very, very sweet, very fragrant honey smell, and you can see this is super soft. As soon as I dipped the little applicator in there, you can tell it is just melting right in, which I love. A nice comfy melty lip mask. Maybe that's just me. I cannot get over this. This is my favorite thing, hands down. Now, some more lip products. We do have a Luxe Gloss set here. These will be sold individually as well as in the set. The individual glosses should be priced at $10 US a piece, and then you can get this whole set, which should be priced at $27 US. more adorably cute packaging. Every time I say adorable or cute in this video, a honeybee gets its wings. So, you know, I'm really just out here doing a service for the pollination. I'm sorry. Okay, so the trio, the box slides out. You do have to open the top, so these won't just go falling out everywhere, but there's nothing special printed on the back. And when you look up close at these glosses, you'll see that the lids have this little honeycomb print. We will see that shape repeated in the eyeshadow pans later, but other than the special branding on the outside, these are the exact same size and shape as the other Luxe glosses that we've seen previously. These do have the shade names on little stickers on the bottom, but they are also printed on the side as well. If you want to keep this branding intact, I highly recommend putting a little coat of clear nail polish on top because the printing on these lip products wears off in an instant for me. Here we have the exact same oversized, very large cupped doe foot applicator that we've seen on the previous Luxe glosses. Formula-wise, this feels the same as what we've seen previously, and this does have the same subtly sweet, fruity scent that the other Luxe glosses have as well. Just want to mention that in case you're somebody that's sensitive to smell. These lip glosses are scented, not crazy scented, but it's definitely there. Now let's talk about the Super Shock cheeks. We have 3 different shades of these warm, honey-toned, shimmery highlighters. These have the same pricing as the Luxe glosses. Individually, they will be $10 US, or you can get the set of all 3 for $27. These would also work really nicely as eyeshadow shades. So at first I was kind of wondering, why would they have a set of all 3 when they're very clearly a light, a medium, and a deep highlighter shade? But I do think these could be worn very easily on the eyes in tandem with the eyeshadow palette. So just something to put out there. Or if you have a couple of friends who are also interested in this collection, but you all kind of have your eye on different shades, you could throw in on the trio sets together and then just split them up. I recommend this a lot for their value sets, just because I think deep down secretly I want somebody to do that with me and have a makeup party with me. So just let me know if you're interested in that, because I think that sounds like the most fun thing ever. I'm gonna go back to reviewing this makeup now. These all have very cute, there it is, another honeybee, little screw top pots. They're the same size and shape as the other Super Shock cheeks, but these are a bright yellow pots, and of course they have the little Winnie the Pooh emblem on the front. Here are the swatches of all 3 shades. I just swiped these onto my arm with my finger, and I wanted to give a nice big swatch here because I really wanted you to see the tone and the undertone here. Really something for everybody in my opinion. I like that these are this golden yellow shade, and I wanted to show you some comparisons as well. I don't have as many Super Shock cheeks as I do, for example, palettes, but I feel like I had some good comparisons here. Silly Old Bear seems the least exceptional, whereas 100 Acre Wood and Mind Over Matter seem to stand out more in my personal collection, so that's just something worth noting, I think. Now let's move on to the palette. This is the Sweet As Can Be palette. It's a 10-pan palette and it's priced at $18 US. The box and the palette have the same front cover packaging, but on the back you can see there's a little ingredients list, and the palette itself doesn't have that. I know a couple of my friends who are watching are either vegans or they have a carmine allergy, so I did want to mention to you that carmine's not listed in the main ingredients list of any of these shades, but it is listed in the may contain list. So just keep that in mind. I just want you to be aware so that you are safe, happy, and healthy. I'm happy to report there are no eye safety warnings in this palette, no pigment warnings, no pressed glitters. There's also no mirror. Instead, we get this little quote, some pretty flowers, butterflies inside this time, and then as you can see, we have the honeycomb shape pans here. This is something very different for ColourPop. So these are not going to be your mix and match, rearrange your palettes type of pans. We have 3 mattes with glitter, 4 shimmers, and absolutely no pressed glitters in this one. I will say when we look at the swatches here that the second to last shade, that sort of dusty mauve with a little bit of glitter in it, that was the underperformer for me. It felt very, very dry. It was really hard to pick up pigment, and I think you can tell compared to the other matte and matte with glitter shades that it's just not really stacking up pigmentation wise. So that shade Rumbly is the only one I had issues with. Otherwise, they seem pretty consistent. It's my favorite time now. It's palette comparison time. I took some suggestions from my Instagram post, so if you want to be involved in helping me choose my comparison palettes, make sure you go follow Makeup.Just.For.Fun over on Instagram. First up, we have a little combo of The Child and Wannabe, which was a short-lived little Ulta first exclusive, and I think combined these work really well. Either one would be severely lacking, but when you mix these two together, they really give you a pretty accurate comparison. Next up, a popular request was the Wild Nothing palette, and this one does surprise me at how similar it actually is. Obviously, we're lacking some of the brightness, we're lacking some of the depth, but overall there are some pretty similar colors here, and I could see these being used quite nicely as companion palettes. But take a look at that second to last shade there. You can tell how underperforming that Rumbly shade was. Next up, we have a more recent release. This is the Daisy Does It palette, a very similar color scheme, a lot of shades that are definitely very, very close, if not exact dupes. Now, I wouldn't call these dupe palettes, but you could get some super similar looks from these two if you chose the right shades. Next up, a favorite of mine, this is the Limoncello palette. Limoncello is bringing in a lot of the warmth, brightness, depth that we were missing in Wild Nothing. I think if you mixed Wild Nothing and Limoncello together, you would get the Sweet as Can Be palette. However, I feel like the draw of the Winnie the Pooh collection is the nostalgia and not necessarily the exact shades, so I'm not even sure how much these comparisons matter. But I saved the best for last. This is the Sandstone palette, and it is for sure the closest match. The only thing we're really, really missing is that mauve-y pink shade towards the end, which you probably have a shade similar to that already in your collection if you are an eyeshadow lover. So just some food for thought there. Like I said, I doubt that the colors themselves are the actual draw. Overall, I think this was well done. I think the colors were selected very beautifully. They could have easily gone way too bland, way too neutral with this. And I like that we're getting some more yellowy type of highlighters. I like that we have a range of cheek colors that are going to work for a lot of different people. I like that we have some bright, fun colors in this very springy, fun, cartoony palette. It all seems to work nicely for both the ColourPop brand and the Winnie the Pooh brand. I just think it's beautifully done. By far, my favorite thing is the little lip mask and scrub duo, but I think everything was done really nicely. If any of this appeals to you, then I would definitely recommend it. The packaging's on point. The performance is really consistent with the rest of the ColourPop brand for me, which you know I really love. And with the exception of that one eyeshadow in the palette, I'd say this is a high-performing, very cute, very nostalgic, super fun, super accessible, wearable. A lot of different people are going to find something to enjoy here. I'm definitely one of those people. Now's the time when I want to hear what you think about this collection. Are you interested? Are you a big Winnie the Pooh fan? Is this something that's going on your wish list? I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! And also, I love your face. Okay, bye!